Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Nioh level 1 fist and knees build. We are Raoh the Conqueror, and this is the end of our conquest, our true succession. The end of this century and we as its conqueror. This is the hardest level in the run for me, and I never anticipated it to be so. You might be wondering, oh wow, 100 Eyes is pretty challenging, but I wouldn't have thought it would be the hardest. It's like, well, no, he's not. 100 Eyes is a piece of piss unless you're playing it on New Game Plus, and then he becomes legitimately awful, because he has those eyes almost every stage of the fight, and it becomes just unbearably dull, but still doable. No, it's the Clone Kelly fight, the fight that nobody even thinks is a boss because it doesn't have a life bar. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad, and it's not even the fact that it's hard, even though it is. It's the fact that he can spam moves that you can't punish with fists. Because A, you don't have the range, B, you don't have the combo, and C, you don't have the stamina. Like, it's just... He's such a dick, and it's 100% random. When he comes out of that cage, if he does an attack, you can bait the attack, move around it, hit him. If he does another attack, you can dodge, you can hit him. If he does another attack, you can dodge, you can kill him. But if he deviates on that path at all, then you will fail, because the other two guys will get involved and you don't have time to kill him. So that's not a viable strategy because you're reliant on luck, and it's different every time you try. If he decides to block, you can't really do much. If he decides to start doing that backstep and he does it repeatedly, I've seen him backstep 5 times in a row. Not only is he invincible when he does it, but it's hard to chase down to when you're wasting time, the other two guys get involved. It's just a nightmare. And then to make matters worse, if you don't kill those two Amrita fiends at the beginning of the fight, they will join it later on. And because I'm using bare fists and I need those talismans to, kill the fucking boss, I can't kill those Amrita fiends and fight that boss. So I had to do it on a time limit, completely unoptimal, and just in a really bad spot. So in the end, you're waiting for a lucky fight. You're waiting for the fight where he doesn't do any of the evasive shit, where he doesn't block, where you get the crits, and where you can use the most of your carnage and then win. And I got really close on one of them, and I ended up trading with the grab, because if he does the grab he gets armor, you can't interrupt it, and it's a one-hit kill. And I was fucked off. I was really angry at it, because that was it. It was a good run, it looked perfect. In the next run, which is the one you're going to see, everything went kind of okay, except for the end. And I was trying to swap weapons, but my weapon swaps sometimes drop in this game, because the game drops inputs. My pad is notoriously bad for it as well, but it's the game, because I don't drop inputs in fucking Nioh, and I drop inputs all the time in this game. So I don't end up swapping weapons, so when I press triangle, I get a grapple with the Kusarigama. And I'm not against this, because technically, when I say the word grapple to you, you would think, of course, of big burly men in Greece, of course, because that's what we do when we were manly and Grecian. But in this game, it's what they call the close-quartered execution moves. So I do a close-quartered execution with the Kusarigama, I get iframes, and I kill the final guy. And I think it's a great fight, it totally works, and it's within my rules of myself, because I wanted to swap weapons and kick him. It might not have killed him, and I got the iframes from the grapple anyway, so, it's just gravy, baby. But this is the hardest fight by far, in the entire run, that was doable. The Orochi and the Gasha, both of those fights are totally doable, but you just don't have the kind of damage you need for that amount of time. If you did, they wouldn't be that bad. If you could guarantee that I could do good damage with my fists for every hit, I would have just done what you saw me do with the Kusarigama, but I would have done it with the fists. But here it begins. I weakness on him after double buffing. He does a move, I kick him in the bum. Oh no, I knee him, sorry, to break his guard twice. Then I kick him and it kills him. Swap back to Kusarigama, dodge the attack. Double knee to break his guard. Swap to the foot, kick him, execute him. Final guy, running out of buffs here, dodge his first hit. Double knees into execution. There's the kick. Now I'm kind of out of damage, so I buff. There's the kick on the ground. Don't quite kill him, and then our buddies get involved, and this is when things get scary. So I do a punch, nearly get hit just then. Swap back to Kusari so I can do him. They're chucking shit at me. He can chuck shit at me. This is when things get really scary. There's the knee. There's the guard break. Go for the weapon swap, and it doesn't work. Triangle, boom, kill, dead, done, son. And then the two dudes tried chucking shit at me. That looked easy, didn't it? It looked like nothing. It took ages. It took too long. In the grand scheme of things, it was probably 2 hours across the span of 2 nights, but still, it felt like an eternity and a half, and they're the worst ones. You know, I've spent weeks doing things on games that felt quicker than that stupid fight. And the strategy that I came up with in the end is what was successful. I realised that if I did the knee attack, I could pin him down and he couldn't dodge away, and I could use it to break his guard, and then the critical with the buffs could kill him, and if it didn't kill him, the execution on the ground would. And it just worked superbly. The last guy is always scary because you have to buff and you have all those other dudes there, and then this is 100 Eyes. So strategy is the same that you should always do for this boss. Bait the back attacks, and then punish the back attacks to get extra damage. When he summons the eyeballs, what I like to do is I like to run around the room to bait the lasers to the left of me and then attack to the right and then just trim them all down. Once it's just you and one eyeball left, put all your buffs on, debuff the boss, kill the eyeball, and then proceed to attack him again. And what happens with this boss, guys, if you're not too sure, is if you do too much damage, he'll do a butt stomp and summon the eyeballs. The butt stomp will kill you instantly at level 1, so you need to be aware of it. You might be wondering why I wasn't attacking him more aggressively before that transition. It's because I knew the butt stomp was coming, and he'd killed me a few times with it because I got stuck in animations. So don't fall for the trap. You've got enough damage to win this, you just need to be quick and don't get too greedy. There's my first buff, there's an input drop and my second buff, there's no reason for me to stand still like a twat. There's the debuff on the boss, there's that, and I'm going to hit him from behind. And for some reason, this boss attacks me with his tentacles from in front when I'm behind him. I don't know why he did this, but he gave me the free win. And because of that, I was able to kick his ass, literally. And there you have it, guys. The end of our journey with Raoh. I'm going to show you the menus now. If you go into the... there's my status showing level 1 for the people who won't like to see that stuff. Then when you go into the titles, you can see gameplay record, and it will show you the levels which I beat the game in. So you'll notice all of these levels were level 1. So if anybody does want to say, oh, you weren't level 1 doing that kind of damage, you can now say, yeah, you're kind of ignorant of Nioh and perhaps you want to pay more attention. Because it can be done, folks, and you just watched it being done. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was really, really fun to make. I love this game, and if you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see me do with it next, feel free to leave them, because there's going to be plenty more of it, and I can't wait to speak to you then. So thanks for watching, and you take care now.